Buongiorno, everybody. Welcome to Dorina's Kitchen. That's me. You know, I'm always having fun trying to figure out how I want to say hello. But hello, buongiorno. I had some string beans that I forgot I had, so we're real quick going to make a quick pasta con fagiolini. It's pasta with string beans and tomato. My grandmother in Italy used to make this pasta with the string beans in like a light tomato sauce. We're gonna do it with some fresh tomatoes today and some fresh string beans that have a couple of bad spots on them, so we're gonna pick them off real quick, get them rolling. Okay, so I do have my frying pan here because we're just gonna throw everything in the frying pan. So really quick, I'm gonna cut up just this piece of onion. It's about 1/4 of a big onion. I'm just going to slice this. Okay, just gonna let's put a little oil in here first, or with it. It's not on yet. A little bit of oil. Gotta have that good olive oil. Right, that's the trash bin there. That's easier. Boom. Okay, we're gonna turn it on, kind of on medium. Let those start to cook. And then we're just gonna sit here for a few minutes and chat while I snap my beans. So I usually tend to snap the ends off, and then, well, this one was the big ugly one. So we're just gonna throw them in here. And then the little ends, and then I'm gonna break them in half. But there's nothing better than fresh spring beans. You know, for some reason, I don't know what it is. You know when you buy them in the store, in the freezer section, and they're all about, you know, this big. And they're just like, I don't know, but they just taste flavorless, and I don't know. But now there's some, I gotta tell you, the ones at Trader Joe's that you buy that are, you know, good full-size string beans, those ones are actually really good. And if you cook those up, they actually taste just about like fresh. I'm gonna cut my tomatoes next. And they break down the easiest, so I'm gonna get the string beans in with the onions and let them start breaking down. Cooking, you know, getting nice and ready for the tomatoes. And I'll let it simmer like a sauce. In the meantime, I do have my pot of water already boiling. These are the kind of dishes you can make while the water's boiling. By the time the water's done, you know, it comes to a boil and you put your pasta in. By the time the pasta's done, your sauce is done, and it's all at one time, nice and easy peasy. There we go, it's okay. All right, so a little mess here. I'm gonna throw these in with my onions here, and we're going to cut us up some tomatoes. Pomodoro means golden apple in Italian. So that's what they thought they were. And they thought they were poisonous when they first came from the New World 400 or 500 years ago. And, you know, tomatoes are not native to Italy. But just like everything else, take something to Italy, they perfect it. Love it. All right, so yeah, I'm a little proud or biased or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just cutting these up in little chunks. Now usually I do use the plum tomatoes, but well, let's give this a stir real quick first. I'll turn it a little lower. They're starting to glisten. So right now it's just onions and olive oil and green beans. I think we'll put one more in. Like this. Okay, I'm gonna throw this in. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm gonna hold it up so you can. Whoops, there goes my olive oil lid. Let's see if I can get, oh, there we go. I got it over here. But look how pretty this is. It's beautiful red and green. See, beautiful colors. You just can't beat that as far as it being a beautiful dish mixed with a little bit of pasta. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just throw in a little more olive oil. Now I'm gonna throw in a smidgen of my fresh made garlic that I chopped up yesterday and put in Now just a little bit of the oil. Pinch of black pepper. Pinch of salt. God, that smells good. That water's getting nice and hot. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the lid on so it boils faster. Okay. I'm going to get my wonderful, beautiful, favorite Italian oregano. Put just a little teeny pinch. Because it's a strong flavor, a good one. But we do want things to just be natural, simple. Drop a string bean. Ugh. Okay. We're going to let that break down a little bit. So the tomatoes are going to break down, and we're just going to make it, that's going to turn into a nice little sauce. Ta-da! And penne di rigate. The happy pasta today. It is penne, so that's going to be perfect because it's going to mimic. I kind of wanted it, and good thing it was on top anyway. Something like a penne, ziti, the rigatoni. They have a similar length and shape to the beans, so therefore you have the perfect mix. All right. So let's open this up. Today I'm going to open it carefully because this actually has a tape thing on it that recloses. I'm not going to cook the whole pound because it's just two of us. Okay, I got the hiccups. I'm going to tell you the hiccup secret, so you're going to watch me do it. There's a trick to hiccups. Oh, of course I ripped the bag. Wait, hold on. Okay, so we got half a bag. We're going to put the rest of this taped up. Whoop! Put it over here. Okay, hiccups are a spasm in your diaphragm. It's a muscle spasm, and it makes you do that. What happens when say you get a muscle spasm in your hand? What do? You hold it, right? And it stops. So the secret is, most people think that if you hold your breath, makes your hiccups go away, and it only does sometimes because it's not done right. You need to take in a deep breath so that your lungs fill up and push down on the muscle, the diaphragm. And when you take the deep breath and hold your breath, and you filled up your lungs, push on that muscle, you put pressure on the muscle, it stops spasming, and there go your hiccups. So you go, I usually kind of blow everything out first. But blowing out doesn't mean you fill your belly. Blowing out means you empty your belly. So, and then you suck in as much air as you can. And then you hold it as long as you can. And usually that makes your hiccups go away. Almost every time on the first try goes your hiccups. Oops, you know what? Speaking of, has nothing to do with it. I was gonna say, speaking of salt, forgot to put the salt in the water. Whoop, tablespoon. Okay, give it a stir. And you know, I got no more hiccups. It's so nice, but isn't that a great tip? Bet you nobody ever told you that before. So it's not about holding your breath, it's about taking in a deep breath and then holding it. Okay, if they're really stubborn hiccups, you can hold your breath in and take a sip of water or sip of something at the same time, which pushes down a little further if your lungs are full. You know, this is great just as it is, but if you want, you can add just a splash of white wine or red. Just a splash of vino gives it an extra little something, you know. Keep this in here. It's the tomatoes have made a nice juice. Let me see if I can get a spoon and I can show you. So see, you can see how nice and like juicy this is. Oh, I'm facing it the wrong way, facing it toward me, but you can see it's nice and gloppy and juicy, and it's gonna coat the pasta very nicely. So, let's try one fagiolini. You know what? It's perfect. They're still nice and bright green. They have a little bit of chew to them, but they're soft. But they have a little bit of, there's still something to them, you know, they're not moosh. You don't want stuff of moosh. No, non è buono, not good. So now we're just gonna wait for the pasta to cook, toss it all together. We're gonna take the beautiful, this thing. We'll take the pasta out, throw it in here, give it a little toss, and boom, we have a beautiful, lovely lunch. Pasta con fagiolini. Al dente is actually healthier for you than if you overcook your pasta. Because when you overcook it and it gets mushy, you're releasing all of that starch that's in the pasta. Now, when pasta's al dente, it can actually be good for you. When pasta's overcooked, it's actually part of what helps bloat you and make you feel crappy. So if you don't like it al dente, try it a couple of times, work your way there, and you know what? Let's turn this water off. Learn to like it, because it's actually healthier for you. It's amazing the stupid little teeny weeny things that you can tweak in your life to make your life healthier. Don't overcook your pasta and don't put crap on your grass. It's as simple as that. Mama Dorina's words of wisdom, Wednesday, whatever today is. I don't know what day it is. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Make sure you get them all out. Now, I didn't dump this. You know, everybody's used to dumping their pasta water, but you know, pasta water is good. Now, even though I just said you don't want to release all the starch that's in the water is actually not bad, okay? And you haven't released all the mush out of your, look at how perfect these are. They're not soft at all. Very gently gonna toss this. Now, you see I'm doing it very carefully because I've got a metal spoon on my nonstick pan, so I'm just being gentle. You know, I'm gonna be nervous. Let's use this a little bit. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, that's a very nice. Let's take one now that it's been tossed in the sauce. Now, this pan use just a smidge of moisture. So I'm just gonna take a little scoop of the pasta water. It's not gonna dilute it because it's got the pasta flavor, the pasta starch, and the salt in it. It's just enough. Mixed with the tomato, just that little teeny bit is all it does. Then we're gonna get a pretty bowl. Because all my bowls are pretty. I've got my blue ones and my flowered ones and my other funky designed ones, but oh, look at this. Let's see. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And so this is going to be lunch today. So I'm going to yell for Pasquale in about 2 minutes as soon as we're done here. Pasquale, time to eat. A mangiare. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. It's a quick, simple recipe. You can throw together anytime. Use fresh green beans, but if you don't have fresh ones, you know, keep some good quality fresh ones, in frozen ones in your freezer. Do not use canned crap. There's only a couple things I buy in cans. You know, we'll buy some canned tomatoes, but I too prefer the glass or the boxes. And I do keep a couple cans of beans just for those moments when I got to do something quick and I didn't think early enough to use the dried beans. But I always rinse them because they got too much glop on them. Let's see, what else do I keep in cans? That's kind of it. I do occasionally keep some, what do I have? Some canned, not much. Canned beans and canned tomatoes. And I think that's it. So, you know, the rest of the stuff I've got jarred or frozen or fresh. 90% of it is fresh and it's so much better. Eat seasonally. This stuff I got at the farmer's market down the street. Beautiful. The tomatoes and the beans. And the pasta, of course, is from Puglia. Granoro, my favorite, when I don't make my own. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. So please do me a favor, subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/dorinaskitchen. Same thing on Instagram and obviously right here on Facebook. Everything's under Dorina's Kitchen. If you want to be a little more interactive with some of the people that follow, go to Dorina's Kitchen Table, which is my group. And, sign up there and, throw your pictures up of the things you're making, and be part of the community. We're trying to definitely make this whole back to the table movement grow, and I can only do it with your help. So everybody, eat at the table. If you make dessert, make it not too sweet. Keep them at the table a little longer. Play some games. Play some Italian cards. One of these days I'll do Italian cards. I'll show you that. So that's it. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Enjoy everything. Love each other. Eat together and be happy. Mwah. Ciao, ciao.